Patagonia is the well-known Californian outdoor clothing company. On a global basis, the privately held company turns over approximately $600 a year. What makes Patagonia different to many other companies is their mission statement. They publicly state that they want to use business to inspire and implement environmental solutions. Ridgeway is the Global Vice President of Public Engagement for Patagonia. I spoke to him on his recent visit to Australia to find out how Patagonia is boosting its bottom line by helping the environment.
John, we are committed to making the very best product we can, and we're also committed to making that product with, as we call it, no unnecessary harm, either to the planet or to societies. And we communicate that effort with our customers, and we do it in a myriad of ways. One example would be our commitment to make all of our cotton apparel only with 100% organically grown cotton. So in our communications, on our catalogs and videos, on our website, we explain to our customers why we think it's so important to make these products without any pesticides and insecticides that you use in traditionally grown cotton. That would be one example. We've got dozens of others in the way we do our business to meet that mission that I just told you about.
Now, can you give us an example of a campaign that Patagonia, which has engaged the public with your products as well as the values of your company?
Yeah, well, the values of our company create our products, with no unnecessary harm to the planet. And we also, as a company, use the success of our business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. It's an unusual business because it's really in business not to make the shareholders wealthy. We're a privately held company, and the family that owns our business wants to use it as a tool for environmental protection. We support 750 nonprofits a year that are all committed to environmental protection all around the world. And we communicate those commitments to our customers, through all of our media. And consequently, we align people into our brand who are really interested in joining a brand that's committed to these values. It's like one and the same with us, with our customers.
Now, at the end of the day, Patagonia is a business. What has the business bottom line benefit been from Patagonia taking this more sustainable business values type?
Well, a commitment to sustainability doesn't always result in an extra cost. Often you can reduce your footprint on the planet, and you can even save money. You can reduce energy, you can reduce water, you can reduce packaging. All those things save money. But whenever we make a decision, and we make that decision because it's better for the planet, at the end of the day, we found out that it's also better for our business. So here we are, a business completely committed to using our business as an agent for environmental protection. And as a business, we're also very, very successful. We're 42 years old. We've always been profitable. We have an incredibly strong balance sheet. And at the end of the day, that's where our real influence comes from in business. We've been able to demonstrate how, as a business, we can be committed to environmental protection, and as a business, financially, we can be very, very successful.
Now, Patagonia have been very successful with your sustainability program. Would you like to see other companies following your example?
Well, one of our ways that we try to meet our mission to, as I said before, implement solutions to the environmental crisis is to influence other businesses. And that's part of my personal responsibility at Patagonia. I'm always out constantly meeting executives at other companies, explaining to them how we commit to sustainability, why it's been very, very good for our business, and help them see ways that they also can follow our lead. And one of the ways we've done that, influencing other businesses, for example, is creating the Sustainable Apparel Coalition, a coalition of apparel and footwear companies that are committed to sustainability, measurement, and management. We started that coalition with just bringing together a dozen companies. That was only 5 years ago. Today, that coalition has 170 companies and NGOs in it, collectively representing 40% of the entire apparel and footwear industry on planet Earth. And every company in that coalition is joining us, following our example, and committing deeply to sustainability. So that's a good example of how we influence other businesses.
Now, when it comes to implementing your sustainability initiative, how important is it to take your suppliers with you?
It's extremely important to bring the suppliers along, because without without an approach of, let's call it, shared value with our suppliers, without bringing them into equal partnership to tackle these problems, it's a one-way effort, and ultimately it's never going to become permanent. It's never going to scale. So we work really closely with our suppliers to assist them, to partner with them to both lower their environmental footprint and improve the lives of their workers. And we try to do that transparently with them, but also with other stakeholders. You know, an interesting example, John, is a discovery we made just recently that in our supply chain, specifically in Taiwan, in the second tier, the mills and die houses, as we call them in our industry, we discovered that some of those factories really had essentially what you call slave labor, indentured servitude. So instead of trying to hide that, we, to those suppliers, we said, we're going to partner with you to figure out a solution to this. We're going to bring in your government as a collective of multi-stakeholders. We're going to tackle this problem, and that's just what we did. And now we've got solutions that are underway that are solving this problem. That never would have happened had we just taken a top-down approach and we said, you fix this or you're out the door. We don't do business that way.
Now, the companies who work with Patagonia seem to really value the relationship that they have with you. Why is that? Have they come to value the way that you do business?
You know, John, our environmental commitments and values as a company are all rooted in our history as climbers and surfers and mountaineers and backcountry skiers. Because we make gear for those sports, and because we are sportsmen ourselves, we've been out there in the wild parts of the world all our lives. I mean, you can tell looking at me, I'm in my late 60s. I've been doing this for 50 years now, and in my own lifetime, I've personally witnessed the degradation of the wild places on our planet. I love to pursue my sports, and many people are like me in our company. Many of our customers are the same way. You know, that is the origin of our commitment. It's personally seeing these things happen, and now as the impact of our human activity on the planet is becoming more evident to more and more people, as the storms are getting stronger and the fires are raging hotter and the flooding is getting worse, then more and more people are seeing this firsthand, and as business people, they're coming to us and joining with us and partnering with us so that, working together, you know, we can find common solutions to these global problems that we're all facing. And they also recognize that if we don't find solutions to these things, that the underpinnings of their business are threatened. Because they recognize that, you know, at the end of the day, John, as you well know, all of our businesses rely on a healthy planet. We all a healthy supply of resources to support our businesses. We need a healthy planet to create healthy societies, to give us healthy markets. We're all starting to recognize this, that we're in this together, you know, for the simple reason we're all living on one planet together, and we only got one of these places, and this is it. We better take care of it.
Well, Rick Ridgeway from Patagonia, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you coming on the program.
Oh, it's my pleasure, John.
As you just saw, Patagonia has created a business model that strongly communicates their commitment to the environment. In looking at their operations, I found 3 key things that other businesses can learn from. First up, Patagonia has a mission to do the right thing by the environment. That's something that all companies do. They've shown that you can look after your bottom line and help the environment at the same time. Secondly, by sharing their environmental values with their customer base, Patagonia has built up strong loyalty and trust with their customers. Finally, Patagonia works with their supply chain to find efficiencies and to reduce their environmental impact. That's something that all companies should be doing. After the break, we'll be crossing to Mark Fulton to talk about Carbon Tracker's latest report. And in our weekly panel, we'll be looking at 2 government schemes that subsidise companies who want to become more energy efficient. Do stay with us.
If you're 30 30 or over, switch to a Coles comprehensive car insurance policy, and if you need to make a claim during your first year of cover, we'll keep you on the road with free unlimited car hire up to $50 a day. Get your little red quote today.
Dad was expecting boys and got 3 girls instead.